Welcome to Indian Oil's security video series, an initiative towards increasing security and protection at our various installations across the country, from refineries to depots, from pipelines to marketing. At Indian Oil, we are committed to providing the highest standards of security at our installations for all our employees and the nation at large.
At Indian Oil, the philosophy of our security department is that it is always better to prevent and prepare than repent and repair. Further to that, we also follow a second philosophy as a security personnel, that respect all, suspect all and inspect all. And at Indian Oil, security works because all of us work together. That is why we are secure.
Security of an installation calls for security at multiple layers. Perimeter security to deter intruders. Access control to delay and regulate entry. Vehicle security to detect possible threats from explosives. Physical security to develop a total defense mechanism. Let us now get an overview of the first layer of security, perimeter security. Perimeter security from the ancient times has been the first line of defense against possible entry of unauthorized persons by force, stealth or accident. Designed with the prime purpose to keep intruders out or captives contained within the area, both natural and man-made barriers are used. From stone walls and water-filled moats around fortresses to protective barriers of thorny hedges, or sharp-ended wooden, bamboo spikes, perimeter security has been in all forms. Let us now understand its various aspects. Perimeter security creates a physical and psychological deterrent to unauthorized entry, deters unlawful entry or trespass, enables effective and economic use of guards, directs flow of personnel, goods and vehicular traffic. The perimeter wall should be of thick brick, stone masonry wall, reinforced in the lower 4 feet to withstand bold attack, ramming by vehicles in high threat areas. The height may vary from 8 to 10 feet depending on the threat perception. In addition, there should be a 2 feet high U of V-shaped barbed wire fencing on the perimeter wall with concertina coil on top. The thumb rule of security: keep the gates to the bare minimum, as an intruder can exploit the same for nefarious activities. It adds to the requirement to deploy additional security personnel, increasing expenditure. The gates should be strong, sturdy and of the same height as that of the adjoining perimeter. Anti-scaling and anti-burrowing devices should be fixed on top and bottom of the gates to prevent possible intrusion. Separate gates for men and material. Where human traffic is substantial, wicket gates with lane system should be provided by the side of the main gate to regulate entry, exit of personnel. Wherever possible, give a separate gate for casual labor in case they are too many due to some construction work within the installation. To mitigate false or proxy entry, biometric or proximity cards with turnstile gates can also be used. Search of employees at the gate should be random and unbiased, while that of visitors or labor should be regular and thorough. Handheld metal detectors, HHMDs, door frame metal detectors, DFMDs, and explosive detectors should be used at the gate for anti-sabotage checks. Adequate lighting should be provided at all the gates with backup arrangements to identify men and material passing through the gate. CCTV cameras with recording facility should cover the gates, to keep an eye on erring employees or security force personnel and also to identify the intruder. Trolley mirrors for thorough anti-sabotage checks of incoming vehicles. Spark arresters and portable fire extinguishers fitted into every vehicle to meet any emergency. Hydraulic or manual drop gates and speed breakers should be installed on either side of the gates to avoid gate crashing by any speeding vehicle. Elevated platforms to be erected at the material railway gate to check the upper portion of the truck or inside of wagon. Proper illumination at night around the perimeter wall would enable security guards to perform their task properly and detect possible intrusion. Light points focused towards the perimeter should be fixed in such a way that clear visibility is seen at an interval of about 30 to 50 meters along the perimeter and that all the corners and dark spots are avoided. Electric poles should be erected at a safe distance from the perimeter so that these are not used as a climbing device from outside. Power cables should be laid underground and switches full secured. Standby power backup for perimeter lighting, in case of power failure. The area along the perimeter, up to a distance of 25 meters, should be kept clear of plantations, structures and no construction should be allowed on either side. In case of smaller installations, this distance can be reduced proportionally. Removal of wild overgrowth and thick vegetation along the perimeter should be a routine exercise. Tree branches overhanging the perimeter should be pruned periodically as they could be used as scaling devices by intruders. Similarly, trunks of trees, electric poles, close to the perimeter should be removed or should be wrapped with barbed wire or other anti-climbing devices. Regular patrolling and CCTV surveillance systems along the perimeter to deter intrusions. Iron grills, wire mesh to be installed at all openings. Sewer ducts, tunnels, culverts etc. which lie along the perimeter. All openings having an area of 96 square inches or more to be secured. Openings on the wall, even if covered with grills, should be kept under proper surveillance as these could be exploited by vested interests. Due to heavy rain or floods, the drainage system, openings along the perimeter gets blocked, inundating the neighboring area, thus causing heavy damage to the perimeter wall. Surveillance should be kept on all such outlets along the perimeter to ensure continuous outflow of water. Patrolling track could be a motorable one or a cycle or foot patrolling track. In case space is available, patrolling track could be laid on either side of the perimeter wall or to be laid in close proximity to the wall inside. Crisscross patrolling should be carried out by the security personnel, preferably from dusk to dawn, but if the area is large, random patrolling may also have to be conducted during the daytime. During patrolling, deficiencies noted along the perimeter wall, such as breakages, focusing of lights, and any telltale marks along the perimeter should be noted and brought to the notice of the security management for follow-up action. Watchtowers, bastions should be provided at strategic locations to facilitate proper vigil over large areas adjacent to the perimeter. The watchtowers should be designed to provide enough space to the security guard to move around for getting a full view of the surroundings and a clear field of fire. The height of the tower should be adequate, about 15 to 20 feet, keeping in view the terrain and the height of the perimeter. The walls of the cabin should cover shoulder height, 4 to 5 feet, so that the movement of the sentry is not observed from outside. Light points inside the cabin should be used only on need basis, to avoid exposing the sentry. Duties of sentry at the watchtower should be rotated 2-3 hourly so that the sentry always remains alert. Staircase of these towers should not be too steep, making it inconvenient for the security personnel to use the same. Rotating floodlights and dependable means of communication should also be provided at the towers so that the sentry could focus the light on suspicious objects or movement, if any, and also communicate the same to the security control room. The watchtowers should be manned round the clock. Construct the guard room, if possible in close proximity to the watchtower so that the security personnel are available to meet any emergency. Entire perimeter should have CCTV cameras so as to cover entire area without any black spot. Intrusion detection is the detection of a person or vehicle attempting to gain unauthorized entry into a protected area by surface, air, underwater or underground. An effective perimeter intrusion detection system, PIDS, may comprise exterior intrusion sensors, video alarm assessment, entry control and alarm communication system, all working together. The perimeter sensors can also be integrated with computerized CCTV systems, with recording facility, for effective intrusion alarm assessment. The pan-tilt CCTV camera, if used, automatically focuses on the place of intrusion and flashes an alarm to the control room which in turn alerts the security. The recording also helps identifying the intruder, and thus, aids to the investigation. Conclude, the erection of a suitable perimeter wall accompanied with an effective surveillance system is vital for the security of sensitive installations. So based on forethought, perimeter security should always receive due attention at the planning or design stage of the installation, considering the vulnerability of the installation and not come as an afterthought and should be augmented by modern surveillance gadgets. So let us now put on our think caps to ensure effective security at our installations. What materials and specifications need to be met for walls? What is the role of gates and its barriers? What is effective perimeter illumination? Wow! Water drainage also part of security? How effective is my CCTV surveillance system and perimeter intrusion detection system, PIDS?